All right. Sorry that took so long. That was, again, technical difficulties. No, I just got on the mic. It was muted for a while. I was trying to figure some stuff out with the audio. All right. So this is what I have so far. I watched two movies yesterday. It was what's his name? Oh, hey Bang, nice to see you. I watched two movies yesterday. It was the Lord Slug movie and it was the BoJack movie. And I think part of me enjoyed the BoJack movie more, but I think the Lord Slug movie is better in terms of like what if potential. I think that BoJack, it kind of like fits super well into canon. Like honestly, if they said that like it was just canon, you wouldn't really have to change a lot. But for BoJack, it was super weird. It was a movie that had Gohan as a kid, like post training with Piccolo. Piccolo was in the movie. Goku was in the movie. Goku had Kaioken, but like it didn't really make any sense because if he had Kaioken, then he was wished back post King Kai training because King Kai was there as well. But like, how does that make sense? Because they should have been going to Namek, so it had to take place like in between the fight with Vegeta and them going to Namek. But like if Goku was ready, then he should have won. So like yeah, it was a very weird movie, like timeline wise. That being said, let me see. Yeah, this is Lord Slug, and I'm thinking he's facing the. I'm pretty sure I had this in like a super old or old relatively community post where he's facing off against the Sands of Universe 6 in either an arc or a movie, not really sure. And it's basically like a reverse Frieza saga where a Namekian is trying to conquer the Sands instead of like Frieza being the one to. Right. Yeah, if they stopped Frieza and then went back, because like it was super weird. Because yeah, they knew what Namek was, so I don't really like. It was super weird. It's like part way through the Namek arc, I guess. Yeah, this is why all those other movies were in another timeline. Basically, put the characters how they were in Namek, put them on Earth in the Lord Slug movie. Yeah, I agree. It was like very strange because I'm pretty sure Goku, he could use Kaioken like better than he could against Vegeta, but not as good against Frieza. Super strange arc, but it couldn't have been after the Namek saga because Vegeta wasn't there. So like timeline was, it was super strange. Oh. Let me transition to. I don't know what to talk about first, really. I guess these are the guidelines. We can start there. I think Piccolo should be the main hero because I feel like he's a character that needs more, even though he has been getting more shine like recently, or rather with the superhero movie, he did get more shine. But I feel like there's still room for him to grow. Slug obviously should be the main villain. I put an asterisk though because like I wouldn't mind if they pulled like something weird at the end, like where like a stronger villain, like Cooler or something, shows up and then just like takes out Slug, and then that transitions to the next arc. Piccolo should be the one that gets the win. I feel like that self-explanatory. This one, if a character stronger than Piccolo follows along, I feel like there should only be one. And that's because, like, I feel like you can't have Goku and Vegeta and Piccolo, because then it's like, alright, well then why doesn't Vegeta and Goku fight? You would have to have some kind of explanation there. And yeah, this one I should probably put an asterisk on. I said Gohan probably shouldn't be there because it would take too much shine off Piccolo. This one I'm not really like 100% on. I just think it's like Gohan and Piccolo being lumped together sometimes feels like Piccolo is kind of held back in some ways, or he's kind of like the hype man to Gohan. Had a whole bunch of thoughts going on, so I have written a good set. Yeah, I'll probably go through. Let me see. Yeah, I'll do like a brief rundown of some of these. Some of the other ones we can just add in later. Let me see. Right. I put characters to include. Piccolo, definitely. Goku, maybe. Vegeta, maybe. Gohan, probably not. The Universe 6 Saiyans, I put probably. I don't think they're gonna be, like, given a role like how, I don't know. They're not gonna be, like, the second and third seat to Piccolo, but they're definitely gonna be, like, around and, like, probably do something important throughout the arc. Piccolo's rolling 70% of the movies, same Gohan at some point. Yeah, like literally all of them. Bojack, he did the special beam cannon to protect him. He saved him from Slug's men in that movie. Literally, I think all of them. Honestly, I can't think of one where he didn't. Outside of maybe like Battle of the Gods, but that's a little bit different. I said Goten, Trunks, and Pan as a maybe because they are Saiyans, and I think they don't have enough to do. Goten and Trunks have gotten more recently with again the superhero arc and things like that, but I don't know. I could, depending on where it is in the timeline, I could see Pan going as well. Possible teams: Piccolo and Goku I think makes sense as a duo. Piccolo and Vegeta, I feel like they don't have enough lines together. Very underrated. Piccolo and the Universe 6 Saiyans, that's another like reverse Namek situation. Piccolo solo mission, that's like, I think it's cool, but having a couple characters to play off of can also be good. Let me see. Right. This is basically the end of it. This is different takes on like what Slug's motivation could be. Number one, this is, yeah, I think this is another one I talked about in the comments one time. Basically, Slug's attack on the Saiyans is a personal, but because they're some of the strongest fighters in the universe, he wants to use them as a means to get stronger. Slug wants to battle against them to eventually become stronger than Champa and take his place as the Universe 6's new God of Destruction. And with that, you can kind of go a couple different ways there. The idea of him taking them to Universe 6 to do some kind of boot camp is pretty neat. Yeah, I think that could be cool. I could see them letting him take Pan, depending on... Yeah, no, because he was training her before, so I could definitely see that being a thing. Goten and Trunks, again, it's probably like a similar thing, like at the start of GT, Vegeta was kind of dragging them both to go on the mission to train. I could see Piccolo doing the same thing. Back to the motivations, I think. I have 1A, and then I have 1B. 1A is more like a morally gray thing. He wants to become the God of Destruction to prevent another incident like when all the Namekians of planet Namek fuse together for the Tournament of Power. I could easily see him thinking that like Champa is like an incompetent God of Destruction after like letting something like that happen and like I guess not cultivating the universe enough. Fusion. Oh right. This is... Let me fix this. I actually had to transfer this from like a weird notepads app that I used to this one because it just wasn't working with OBS. That's why some of these things are a little like out of line. what's this one? Yeah, he views the sands as acceptable losses for the greater good. And yeah, acceptable loss for the greater good, and having a god of destruction that actually looks after the universe is probably just more important than their lives to him. 1B is he's pure evil. Slug was a super Namekian corrupted by power. He held above others, kind of like in the movie. He was banished to Namek with, again, asterisk here, I'm not really sure on this part, but some kind of Namekian relic, I was thinking. And he saw the mass fusion event as some kind of an opening to return. This format is so messed up. Yeah, he returns, he tries to retrieve it for the coming battle. He sees the sands as tools to grow stronger, but more in a disposable way. Like, he doesn't really care what happens to them one way or another, so he figures why not. And again, he seeks to become the god of destruction, but this time to rule over the entire universe. And probably eventually the multiverse. Yeah, all of that is, I guess, different takes on number 1. Number 2, Spite, he's just evil. Basically kind of like the movie where he did have some ideas, but he was basically just an evil guy. Number 3, we got Revenge. Maybe the universe 6 sands weren't always as good as we've been led to believe. This one, I have 2 ideas, basically. The Sand Conspiracy and the Sand Cover-Up. So I'm thinking, how do I fix this? Okay. The Sand Conspiracy. Frost wasn't actually good, so this could be true among some of the other sands, like the Sand Nobility, the politicians. They could be funding or waging some wars in secret to keep the Empire funded and thriving. So basically they're like, I don't know if you've played or seen Telltale's The Walking Dead season 3. It was basically something similar to that. Like, there was one group that was like waging war on some of the other groups in the apocalypse and gathering resources so they could keep their own people thriving, but then they didn't really care about anyone else. But this wasn't known to all the characters. Then we have 3B, the Sand Cover-Up. Basically same thing, but different interpretation. The sands of today are good, but the sands of the previous era, like the older generation, I guess like the difference between, yeah, maybe like a few decades, like the difference between somebody of like Goku and Vegeta's era and somebody like King Vegeta, that era. Yeah, so older generation or a small percentage of the population, something like maybe like the Court of Owls from Batman. Some people like that. They want to return to what the sands used to be because that's what made the Sand Empire strong today. So they want to go back to those like barbarian, like invading roots, something like that. And for right now, that's basically it. There are some little things like questions to answer in the arc. I got one. What happened to the Universe 6 Dragon Balls after the mass Namekian fusion? And I'm thinking, like, since they fused all of the Namekians into 2 people, what happened to their variant of Elder Guru or their variant of Dende or whoever that is? Could be an interesting thing interesting topic to cover. Then we have cool moments that can happen. I actually got this one from Spicy Boy. Piccolo speaks to King Piccolo, now Origami internally, and we learn the name of the nameless Namekian. Let me see. Extra motivation idea. He's never an old Namekian or dad who's an evil version of Vegeta who wants to Slug as the god like the Namekian body. That could be interesting. I feel like Yeah, there's usually like, in terms of Dragon Ball, there's usually like initial villains, and then maybe like there's somebody behind them. Like we kind of saw that. I believe we saw that in every arc, right? Because we there was Babidi, there was Jiro, there was even Raditz. But yeah, that could be interesting. Maybe like fixing the energy back and the Orca. Yeah, I could also see that more like an ancient Sans versus a modern Sans kind of thing. We should add that in. Maybe still trying to get back to the Dragon Ball. That way you can see them on the phone. I am interested in that. Like, there's probably some sort of variant, right? Like between Universe 7, Universe 6's Dragon Balls. That could be interesting. How about putting a Namekian mask fusion? Or Slug was sealed. He's mostly Namekian fused. He was at the first birth. Yeah, that could be something. Yeah, it would. I guess they would be. Because that makes me think, like, who is running Universe 6 Namek? Would it be somebody more like Kami, or would it be. Or. Because they also have an Earth now, too, right? So they're. Theoretically could be Namekians on that Earth as well, and there could be like their variant of Kami or the Nameless Namekian. I'll write that down. We can use the unfusing of catalyst for Piccolo, talking to his dad, and his dad willingly refused as a final willingly refused as a final power boost for Slug. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I'm thinking like, part of me wants Piccolo to be revealed as like something above a Super Namekian, kind of like how I guess he does have his orange form, but I was thinking like maybe they could be some kind of like branch transformation. Like his orange form represents the warrior Namekian half, and then the other half is the Dragon Clan Namekians, something like Kami and like King Piccolo. And I'm not thinking something like he creates like his own 7 Dragon Balls, but maybe like something like akin to that power set wise. Maybe he just has like 3 or something. That'd be funny. Maybe the reason he didn't do it before can be internal conflict. We could have a bit where Slug beats Piccolo and can't understand how he could be super Namekian because of mental issues. Say more about that idea. I also wonder, what would a Piccolo form even look like that? Maybe we could get like the opposite. It's like, what's the opposite of orange? Because orange is red and yellow, so I guess it should be blue, weirdly enough. Or like maybe something like purple would be cool in Piccolo. We could get a bit of character growth from him too, but I'm not really sure like where to start with something like that. Then again, there's always, I guess there was a similar idea I had for Tien where like he would recognize, I guess, how far he fell, where he used to be Goku's rival and now he's kind of like, you know, in like Yamcha tier. I guess something similar could happen for Piccolo, but I don't know. I feel like Piccolo's kind of just like, he's kind of too strong for it to be nearly as dramatic, especially now. Cayenne Piccolo. I could see something like that. With the right color scheme, at least. I do think Piccolo should get a new outfit, too. I don't know what that would look like, but like, I don't know. Maybe like reverse the colors, like a black cloak and like a white gi. That could be something. One thing I'm not sure about, or at least not completely, is what to do with these 3. Because, like, I guess technically it takes place within Universe 6, but, like, I mean, I think it really depends on which motivation we end up going with. Because if it's something like the Sand Conspiracy or one of those then it could be pretty interesting because Kaba is like he's part of the actual like San army, and then Khalifa is a bandit, and I don't think it was ever revealed why she had an issue with the army. I think it was either I was reading into it too much, or it was something about like them not helping out like the little people or something like that. Because I'm pretty sure she is like a Robin Hood type character where like she'll steal from them and then she'll distribute it to the people like forgotten about. Kale, I'm not too sure about. We gotta do something with Slug's henchmen and make them more interesting, have them fight the Sand. Yeah, I think his henchmen from the movie, I think their designs were fine, but like one guy, I guess he had a pretty cool gimmick. It was the where he could like shoot out miniature versions of himself, or maybe those were his kids. Like I'm not completely sure because like I did watch the dub, so I don't know. Like maybe I missed something, but it seemed like they were separate entities. But then the other guy, he basically had like stretchy arms, and like that's. I feel like we could definitely expand on that. The Thundercat guy he killed at the beginning needs to do something. Yeah. Like I was thinking there was gonna be like more individual fights, but like Goku and Piccolo kind of whooped those guys. Surprisingly, Krillin didn't get like his own individual fight. I think if he did, it wasn't all that, I believe. We're gonna Piccolo learn from the Mechaman made a name for the llama. That could be for the true nature of the Mechaman. Maybe that could be something. Yeah, I could see that, especially after Daima. Did I miss something like that? Oh, right, it's not. I gotta add that to the dictionary. That's super weird. It's like, if there's an S, it like counts it as a different word, I guess. Slug wishes to teleport Salama to Salada. Then him or his dad can do the force use to the kid. That could be something. Because Zalama, it's like we've heard a lot about this character, and he has to be very high likelihood that he's alive because the Super Dragon Balls, like they're not stone, and the Super Dragon exists. So like if we scale up with the normal Dragon Ball, then like he is almost definitely out there somewhere. We just don't know where. They want to use the Super Dragon Ball, but Champa saved that. one thing I wasn't thinking about before. What are Champa and Vados gonna do? Champa, Vados, Hit could potentially be in the movie, or Arc rather. I think Champa should like definitely be there, possibly as like what's his name? Yeah, possibly as like maybe like a flashback or something like that, but in some way, shape, or form, I feel like Champa should be there. Anyone use a super dreadnought? Oh, I already read that. I think it'd be a good idea to finalize Pick the Cast now so we can think about what they'll do. Hit and Piccolo do it. That could definitely be cool. And I agree about the finalization. I think... Well, Piccolo is definitely. I think Goku, Gohan, Vegeta we should cast out. Because, like, they kind of have, like, a lot of shine already. And I think if this is, like, the Piccolo arc, then... Yeah, I'm thinking maybe not. Well, I could see at least one of them being there, but like we would have to have a good reason as to why it's just Piccolo there. Because we already like hyped up, or not us, but like in Dragon Ball Super, they already hyped up like Vegeta and I guess Goku going to Planet Salada, seeing the King, seeing Kaba and all them. So I think there needs to be like an out of Universe 6 reason as to why they're not there. Love the idea of bringing Pan to lose the dynamic, plus she's really strong at the end of the without super. Yeah, I could definitely see Pan being up there. Let me see. I'm thinking I'm gonna underline everyone like that I think should be up there. And Piccolo, definitely. I'm thinking these three, probably not. I could see Goten and Trunks, but it's like, would that take away from Kaba, Khalif, and Kale? Champa, I think, yeah, definitely he should be up there. It is his universe, after all. What am I doing? Right. I love Persona 4. I never beat it, though. I'm thinking... Also, I don't remember his name, but who was the Kai or Supreme Kai of Universe 6. I think he should definitely be up there. I said Piccolo, Pan, Goten, Trunks, Vegeta, Necklace, Flint, Salada, there's plenty of skill, Super Bra, so he makes Trunks instead of Goten. Yeah, I think that's solid. But then we have to think about like why Goku didn't go. I think that's pretty solid overall though. Now I'm kind of feeling Trunks going. And Goten and Trunks are usually like a duo. Oh, I bolded that. I didn't underline that. But yeah, Goten and Trunks are usually duo, so that makes sense. They should have a joke where he keeps offering to give his card to people, so he can say he's contributing, but they keep refusing. Yeah, that could be pretty funny. Right, I might actually have to pull up some clips, because now that I'm thinking about it, like, how much did we see from Universe 6 Supreme Kai? I'm curious on what his personality is. depending on like what Slug's motivations are, he could go. We could go like the bureaucratic like bureaucratic politician personality, where he's just like he's super eager to look like he's doing something, but he's not actually doing anything. And then we could keep rolling with that and say that like maybe he's involved somehow in that whole like Court of Owls Sans group or something. Or on the other side, he could actually be that good because I guess technically, well, I was gonna say they're doing better than Universe 7, but like they still have to fight in the Tournament of Power, so like maybe he's not doing that well now that I'm thinking about it. Let me pull up a picture of Universe 6, or the Universe 6 team rather. I have one. I might have to download a different one. This one doesn't really show all of them. It's this one right here. Goku's off training with King Kai. He's not just on the planet at the moment. Hold on, Shin needs to be there. He's their transporter to transportation to Universe 6. We can showcase how much better Kai he is compared to him. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Especially after, it feels like they're trying to push him more since Daima. Huh. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Actually, let me clear this picture real quick. I'm also thinking Vados should be up there. Just because, kind of like Goten and Trunks, Vados and Champa are definitely kind of a package deal. And the 3 Sans. Shin, yeah, I agree with that one as well. I'm thinking, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna remove Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan. I'll move the Universe 7 Sans up here. Yeah, this looks way cleaner. Now we've got, up here, these are the people coming from Earth. These are the Universe 6 Sans. These are the gods. And I'll move him here. And I'll move Shin up here. It's also good, like I feel like there just needs more for him to do. Because as of now, it feels like King Kai's done like infinitely more than him. Hit, I really want Hit to be in there, but I'm just not sure. Like where he kind of fits into it. Then again, no, I think that actually works though, because like if we look at this team, we've got Piccolo, who's like the mentor. He's like he's definitely the strongest one compared to everybody here that is in Champa, Vados, and Hit. Yeah, everybody else he's like clearly stronger than. Goten and Trunks, that's a duo. Pan's probably gonna be with Piccolo. all or most of the time, or with the other two. So the cast should be Vados, Champa, Slug, Kaba, Kale, Khalifa, Shin, Piccolo, Pan. Yeah, I didn't even include Slug. I wasn't even thinking about that. Hit got a contract to kill Slug. Yeah, I feel like the only issue is like who would have that contract? If it was another Namekian, that could be crazy, but or I guess Champa could have, right? Because if he senses no, because if Champa sensed that, then like he would probably go kill himself. We can place this during the end of Z and go tank. It makes sense. He's around. More interested in going. Yeah, I think that's definitely like a really clean way of doing it. I'm thinking, yeah, if it's end of Z, then Pan also makes sense. This could be like the arc right after, yeah, maybe Goku is training Oob, like, Yeah, I guess the timeline, it's kind of like a rolling timeline nowadays. It could be like a few years after that, it could be like immediately after the tournament, but sometime along that. Slug's dad can be not physically strong either. It so that he can make Slug realize their opponents and Slug needs to use his magic expertise. Interesting. We can have Hit get a contract to kill Sand. Number 6, that's why he's on Planet Salada. Or Sadala rather. Yeah, I think both of those definitely make sense. 4 months after? I think it really all depends on motivation for the contract part. 4 months is a good gap too. Because it can't be too far away. Because GT is like, what, 10 years after? All right, let me organize this a bit more because I'm thinking Hit is probably up there. These 3, I'm feeling. I think Pan should be moved up to absolutely. I can probably remove the underlines because everybody here is going. I think Goten and Trunks should be absolutely as well. I think Shin as well. Hit for right now, I'm gonna put him at maybe. I want him to go, but I'm still like kind of iffy on the idea. Universe 6, I think it would make more sense for him to go. If he didn't, that'd be kind of weird. Slug, absolutely. Really like the idea of having a Boppy character who does the force fusion, defusion stuff, and isn't it for himself. But if it feels too bloated, we can cut him out. I don't think it'll feel bloated, not yet. Because, like, if we really look at it, everyone from here to here is on the side of good. And here to here, their morality is kind of different because they're, like, the gods of Universe 6. Hit is, like, he leans towards good, but he's still an assassin. And then Slug is, like, the only villain so far. So I feel like we gotta include him. We gotta include a couple solid subordinates of his for everyone else to fight. And yeah, I definitely feel like they could be like a secondary villain in there too. I'm gonna put unnamed second. Second, I'll put unnamed Lancer. It's probably a better way of saying it. And I'll put him at probably for right now. I spelled that so wrong, didn't I? Wait, what? Am I insane? Why do I feel like this is spelled wrong? Oh, I guess not. Make the henchman mutated demon Clandamechians. Keeps the mech in things. Yeah, I think that could be really cool. Let me separate these two somehow. I swear I had a way of doing this. Also, let me bold Piccolo and Slug. I'll just do it like this for now. This is the most swaggy Theorycraft ever. Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to put for the music, so I kind of just like threw together a bunch of like random songs I use for videos. I have yet to play Persona Q2 though. Technically I've only played like a couple of them, but eventually I'll play through all of them. Let me actually, I think I can pull up the video I have. Let me see. Okay, I'm like skimming through the movie right now. What about actually no, that'd be too much. This is kind of off topic, but I saw this one thing that was really cool. Let me pull it up. This right here. Yeah, this is a drawing that was done by Toyotaro of I don't think it's like, well, I don't know how to classify it as canon because like Toyotaro, he's like in charge of Dragon Ball now. Like he's the guy that makes the story. And he said, or at least I heard that he said that he wanted this is how he wants to like see Icarus as like grown up in the mountain where Goku lives and everything. I didn't really think about Icarus for like a lot of the story, but I don't know. I think it is pretty cool. It's also, he's basically the only dragon that isn't like a wish granting dragon. I think it could be cool. Not sure though. Yeah, I think Toyotaro, it feels like he wants to bring in like a lot of like the popular things that aren't canon. It feels like he wants to bring them into canon. And I feel like it's only a matter of time until we get PyCon with that logic. Hopefully. Gohan hanging out with Icarus would be cool to see, yeah. Honestly, Icarus being like Pan's dragon would be cool too. Could be like a nice callback to the movies. You were drawing with the water guy from Otherworld. Ocean creation ability. Otherworld, man, Otherworld is like so underexplored if we're being honest. Because like PyCon in that entire part, as well as Fusion Reborn not being canon, that really like it kind of guts on Otherworld. I think it's only been explored like basically in filler, right? Because all of those scenes with Frieza and Hell, those aren't canon. All the villains watching Goku fight Kid Buu, that as well. And then there was one, Princess Snake, the Snake Way Cleaner, those ogre guys. Like it was a lot of non-canon characters, but like it kind of made the series in a lot of ways. Icarus and the Flying Nimbus, something like that. Get him in this movie, that would be interesting. One thing weird I noticed was that Oolong was in like a lot of these movies. Like he was in more than even like Quar and everything. I guess at the time he was seen more as like part of the main cast coming out of the original Dragon Ball. And Chi-Chi, of all people in this movie, actually took out 2 of the guards. Or 2 of the goons, rather. Maybe Pan is playing with Icarus and Piccolo finds her and drags her along after fighting the tournament. She's down a bit lazy. Long to go. Yeah, when was the last time we saw Oolong? It might have been like, I want to say in preparation for the Tournament of Power. There's a ton of characters like that. Launch cameo for the in the film for the fans. I wish, man, but I don't know. It's like I mean, with Toyotaro in charge, you never really know. I could easily see Launch coming back now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I posted it, but I had a post idea. It was Launch versus that new girl. I think Urine was her name, which is a wild name. We don't need to talk about it, but yeah, basically like who's the better love interest for Tien. But we really only saw the new girl for like one episode, so I'm not really sure. Oh, Launch the better character. Yeah, Launch all the way. Yeah, I agree. It just feels like, I don't know, sometimes it feels like they introduce characters and it's like basically out of our hands as to who's gonna be relevant. Like you can make the same argument with Yamcha, but like then again, it's like Vegeta was way more relevant, so I can't really say that. Yeah, that did sound kind of crazy. It is fun having evil villains which call me Slug a tad bit sympathetic. What ideas do you have for Sand Conspiracy? Sand Conspiracy. Let me see again. I'm kind of mixing up ideas now. The conspiracy is right. The conspiracy, that is like, I guess like a shadow group, like a shadow government, kind of like to compare it to another anime, something like the Root from Naruto, like how there was the actual Anbu and then there was Danzo who's in control of the Root. So there would be some kind of like, I guess, Shadow King or something like that, and we could possibly do something fun with that. Like maybe that's basically the Universe 6 version of someone like Paragus or something like that. And then or maybe even something crazier, like they're not actually bad and it's like the Tuffles controlling them because there's some kind of like secret war being waged inside by like Baby or somebody crazy like that. But part of me thinks we should save Baby for later on. And yeah, basically I'm thinking it's kind of hard to tell because I feel like, hold on, who the heck is calling me? I've never even seen this name. Yeah, but basically, I guess the Sands have been maybe like looting Namek behind the scenes, but only Slug knows like who's been doing it. And we could do something crazy, like maybe that's the reason why he was banished, because people think he was trying to start some kind of like he was trying to like ruin relations between the Sands and the Namekians, but like he's the only one who actually knows. How about the past? They use Kale Ancestor and use like deep Brawly restraining technology to attack their enemies, which caused the myth Yeah. I'm sorry, I was just lost in thought about that idea for a second. Huh. I am wondering about that because the whole technological aspect of it makes me think that like maybe there is some way that the tuffles can be involved. Let me add some of this stuff in. What was I saying before? I cannot spell today. It counts for the legendary Super Saiyan for like 2 seconds in front of power, so it would be a good idea to use it. Yeah, I think about that sometimes because like it was very weird. Like Vegeta's one of those characters where like they're kind of just gonna have him say stuff if the plot demands it, but then like in canon and like in the context of these situations, he just probably knows a lot more than he lets on. Because like after Battle of the Gods, it was kind of like retconned in that he knew who Beerus was and he just never talked about him. So I imagine there's probably like a ton of stuff like that. It was like right before Kale charged at Goku, he was like, "Oh, watch out! That could be the Saiyan's true form." So yeah, something like that, which makes me think like, what did he think of Brawley? And he just wasn't mentioning it, I guess. Maybe the conflict in Universe 6 is at night the shadowy group are controlling Kale and causing her to rampage like they did in the past. Yeah, that would be something. You could even do like, I guess retroactively say that like maybe that's part of the reason why she was she attacked Kaba. Like it wasn't that she was jealous or anything, it was more so like someone in the background caused that to happen and they were trying to kill Kaba to prevent maybe prevent her from joining the tournament. Like they thought she was kind of some an asset that was too valuable to lose.
could work if they have an army. Maybe certain sectors of the army where they develop evil status and split each other. Friends up in there. Yeah, I could definitely see that. This was a good call from I like when I'm kind of confused in the differences. The legendary Superman versus.
Yeah, I'm a little confused in the differences in that. It's also weird that we don't have any interactions between Kale and Brawley yet. It also makes me wonder like what her upper limit is, because I think I remember like I was kind of annoyed by the power scaling around those two at first, but then like over time I'm like, if Kale is meant to be like the Brawley of that universe, then like it kind of makes sense in like a way, like, well, somewhat, because it's like she was kind of like intimidated by Super Saiyan 3 for a little bit, but then before, or I mean, but like afterwards, I think Goku went like Super Saiyan God or something like that. But then again, it's like, was he holding back, and like by how much?
Oh, they didn't have Super Saiyan until Kaba introduced it. They only had legendary Super Saiyan. Okay.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That is super weird. Yeah. Right, because they don't have the Super Saiyan God legend either, huh? Now I'm thinking there could be some crazy moments, like in the original Slug movie, he made a wish kind of like King Piccolo to like restore his youth. Maybe we can mess around with that, like change it up a little bit, like maybe it wasn't a wish from the Dragon Balls, but like some kind of like Namekian relic like I was talking about before. That like, this is gonna be like a super weird reference, but there was a show called Shaolin Showdown, where they had different things called Shangang Wu, which is basically like magic items and things like that. One of them, I think, was called the Gazuzu Atom or something like that. And basically you shot something and it became like its original state. And somebody shot like a vat of oil and it turned into a dinosaur, because it was like fossil fuel, I guess. And I'm not saying do that specifically, but like maybe something like he uses the relic, he regains his youth, and then they end up using it on the wrong person, like one of the Saiyans. And then we have like one of the Universe 6 Saiyans, like people think that they're dead, and then like smoke clears, and then all of a sudden it's like they're normal, but they have a tail, kind of like the Universe 7 Saiyan, something like that.
Renzo runs a group called the Sandpunk, so maybe he's a low-key evil contract and which hit comes to collect.
Yeah, I'm thinking, but could he stand up to hit though? No, actually, yeah, no. I think I answered my question with that. I imagine he would be looking for him. Like, I don't know if they would get into an actual like exchange.
What if we have Neva and Neva comes in Slug and Piccolo have a final fight.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. One weird thing I'm kind of iffy on, but like, do you think Piccolo's ever gonna have a kid in Dragon Ball? Because like, he technically can, like at any time. Probably. Like I don't really know how it works completely. Like maybe you have to be like a certain age, but Piccolo's like what, in his like 20s or 30s now, and they kind of have like accelerated growth, so it's really hard to tell like when they actually get mature. But I don't. It could be interesting, but I don't know if it's like in his character to do something like that.
We have to have something similar with the Mechanism called the Book of the Mechanism Legend.
Relic Flex book. Yeah, didn't they mention that in Superhero as well? There's so much we can do here. Especially with everything that happened in Superhero, I'm wondering. I don't know which Namekian specifically, but there definitely should be at least one person. Maybe even Piccolo himself. Like maybe he uses his that branch transformation I was talking about. He goes into his dragon form, and then he can like unlock other people's potential.
Yeah, the Namekian Book of Legend.
Yeah, I think that definitely could come into play. I'm not really sure where to put all this stuff. I feel like I'm kind of just listing stuff off. Piccolo can live to like 1,000, so he's probably not ready for that kind of commitment yet. Yeah, I'm thinking. I think it's an interesting thing that can happen. I just don't think that like Piccolo would do that just yet. I mean, I guess Boo could too as well, which is yeah. There's also Frieza, right? Because like they kind of all can do something like that. Maybe it's Slug who does it in the movie. That would be kind of crazy. It would be kind of a callback too to King Piccolo. Actually, that would be kind of a sick power. Like maybe when Piccolo does it, he's not actually like having a kid. He's like summoning one of the people he fused with. Like he does it, and then like Nail comes out or something. That would be kind of nuts.
Would I do something with Lord Slug, Obsession with Darkness? I don't know what it's going to
The Obsession with Darkness. Was that why he or I guess yeah, was that part of the reason why he was trying to like start the Ice Age on Earth? There was some stuff that I kind of like not glanced over, but I guess I kind of forgot about. Like there was that whole segment where all of his men were wearing the suits until they iced out the planet. So then it's like, huh.
Yeah, I feel like I've thought about it. Maybe Orange Piccolo Anniversary with the Lord Slug to tie into the superhero movie. Oh, like kind of like a BoJack type of thing.
But I guess maybe him reaching that level of strength was just like felt throughout the multiverse or something.
That could be. That would be cool. Cool plot point.
Yeah, it kind of like. I think I really need to like list out a timeline or something.
I need to watch this again. I'll run the background real quick.
Yeah, I feel like I watched it like pretty recently. I feel like there's still some stuff that I missed. I didn't even mention Guy Jerobi of all people was in that movie. I feel like they were very efficient in like how they used the characters too. Because he didn't even really fight. He just found Goku and Krillin after they had crashed down when they tried to redirect the moon or whatever that was flying towards Earth. And then Yajirobe tracked them down. He gave him a sensu bean, and that's how Goku and Krillin got back in the fight.
Only Namekian felt them so resonant. That could be cool, yeah.
Okay, I feel like we got to go back to. I feel like we can create like a few different timelines of this. But how does the arc start exactly? Let's start there. I gotta add a new segment.
It's not a big deal. We can
Where am I?
handle it.
Oh, right here. Timeline number 1, we'll call it. We can segment this to the setup, a rising, flash dynamic.
The kiss of death.
Piccolo takes his hand to Universe 6 to train. Goten and Trunks tags along. Shin wanted to help, but it is strong, suggest going to Universe 6 so the world can go.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a start, but Universe 6 specifically, I feel like there needs to be something there. Maybe it could involve I was gonna say it can involve Namek in some way. Like maybe they land on Namek first and then oh, that could work as well, right? Like if maybe the two Namekians show up and then they ask for Piccolo's help because they saw how strong he was without even going to the extent that they did. Yeah, maybe it's like not a twist villain, but like we think that it's someone else. Like we don't know the Slug right away. Like they think that they're going to go well, we know because like we're the audience, but they think that they're gonna go fight someone else, and then it turns out that it's actually a Slug. Yeah, maybe like I don't know if you've seen the old Star Wars show, the Genndy Tartakovsky one. It was the 2D one on like Cartoon Network where there was I don't even remember the context. There was some planet that like Anakin landed on, and he needed to do this like rite of passage, and that was also like tied into how he became a Jedi Knight, something like that, but like for Namekians, and then maybe that's the only way to reverse them because they don't have the forced spirit vision or something like that. Works better in the universe 6 Namekians because the plot jump on who Slug is and the human Namekians are. Clone Wars 2 and 3 was great. Yeah, I go back and watch that sometimes. It is so strange too, because like Dragon Ball and Star Wars are two like very similar franchises, but just like East and West. And it's like I kind of think about Star Wars too sometimes when I'm thinking about like these what if scenarios, because there's a lot of non-canon things that people like from both series, and there's a lot of things that like in a weird way to the 2003 Clone Wars was kind of like, I don't know which one specifically, but it was kind of like the Dragon Ball movies because they were so much based on like how they thought that the story was gonna go because nobody knew yet. It was like right in between I want to say episodes 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. I think it was 2 and 3, but there was something similar to that because like it's like I think someone in charge of Broly's Second Coming said that like they were surprised that Toriyama decided to have Gohan slack off in his training, which is why he just kept training in that universe. Something like that. And you can kind of see that in some of these movies as well, like the super older Dragon Ball movies. 2003 Grievous was the coolest villain that kind of brings Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, it's like usually I'm thinking like George Lucas is kind of like, well, he is like, you know, Western Toriyama, or like maybe the opposite. So usually what he says is like what I kind of expect from the franchise going forward, but like that's one of those things that I'm kind of iffy about. Because I remember him talking about it. He said that he wanted Grievous to be like a coward. He wanted him to be like scared to go up against these guys. And then freaking Gendy Tartakovsky comes in and he turns him into like a Samurai Jack villain. It's a shame too, because like that was the coolest version of him. Him versus the Jedi, that might actually be one of the best fights in Star Wars too. Like that Grievous, I believe that was actually a threat to Obi-Wan. The one in the movie, it's like he was alright, but like he didn't really do much. He just did like the spinny arm thing. Yeah, that was actually, he might actually be maybe not the most intimidating, but definitely like top 3 in terms of characterization at least. There was so much to that series too. It was like the Jedi felt like they felt way stronger, and like in some ways they probably shouldn't have been. Like Count Dooku was literally just flying. Like I don't know. It's something I always thought, like, why don't they just fly? But like I don't think that you should be able to do that. Other than that though, like it was really cool. Like there's a lot of things I like about I think what was it, the 2008 or the 2009 Clone Wars, but like there were also a lot of like missteps. Like Grievous was more so like the movie version there rather than the Gendy version. What was that? I don't know why this just popped into my head. What was that one Jedi who looked suspiciously like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo? Did I make that up? I'm pretty sure I didn't. Hold up. I swear there was one that looked like Shaggy. Why am I thinking of this now? Yep, that's Shaggy. That can't be the real name. Like, there's no way that's crazy. Oh, hold up. Did my playlist just end? That's crazy. I'll probably just restart it, to be honest. Do I want to add something else? Nah, I'll probably just restart it for right now. Okay, this guy right here. Who the heck is that? Why is he like... Oh, like, was this intentional? Was that... It says right here, Star Wars Legends Wiki, Shaggy. Like, that can't be real, right? There's no way that's, like, was actually an inside joke. Funny enough, they like 2003 Star Wars and thought it was canon, so they never contradicted anything that happened in 2008. Yeah, I think there's definitely things that like just feel like there's no way that they didn't happen, right? Like Windu crushing Grievous's lungs, and then like later in the series we see Grievous start coughing, and like that's where he got it from. So I'm thinking like it kind of has to be canon in some way. Universe 6 Namekians arrive on New Namek requesting to speak with Piccolo, and they tell him he resides on planet Earth. They use Dende, brother or friend, to contact Earth and ask Dende to take Piccolo to Universe 6. Piccolo doesn't want to go, but realizes they wouldn't ask him if it was important, so he grabs Panalon to start. Yeah, I think that's a good start. And then, I imagine someone like Vegeta, or maybe Piccolo himself, probably tells Goten and Trunks to tag along. And then I think it's a pretty good setup for right now. Hold on, did I underline all of that? Right. What is going on with my skull right now? There's too much stuff on my desk, I think. Am I insane with that? Oh, right, here it is. mine same.
Meanwhile, Vegeta decides that Trunks has been slacking since he lost to Goten in the tournament. So he takes them to for 6 to be Supreme Kai. But before he can leave, Bulma forces Vegeta to stay with Bro. So Supreme Kai takes Goten.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid so far.
This uses the two-group dynamic that was in Battle Level for 6, Namek Slaughter. You can just say that Namek is close or nearby Salada for the sake of plot.
Yeah, like, what was I gonna say? I don't even remember. I guess the only thing I think the setup is pretty good right now. The only thing we should probably expand on is, I guess Supreme Kai. Because usually he is, like... Well, I was gonna say usually he is, like, kind of gone, but I guess Earth isn't really the place where he would be, right? Because Earth is already, like, pretty well established, and, like, I guess it's kind of the Destroyer's job to, like, deal with all the threats, so, like, it's not really his place. But I do wonder, like, what his personal setup in this would be, like, why he decided to show up in the first place. Actually, I mean, I guess there could be the perfect one, like, he's trying to prevent, like, a future Tournament of Power. So he's trying to, like, raise up the mortals of, Yeah, he's trying to raise up the mortals of this universe. I could see something like that.
When we want to add in Champa is important. It kind of lowers the stakes if it happens early. But it's also kind of weird if Champa doesn't know a bunch of people start hopping into his universe.
Yeah, Champa is like way more active than Beerus when it comes to this kind of thing. Because like him and Vados collected, I think all except one of the Super Dragon Balls, and Beerus just kind of like let it happen. Champa seems like he's kind of more like on top of things, even if he's not like the best in terms of like intelligence, it seems. And yeah, I agree with the timing of Champa is important. Cause like if he is like more active than Beerus and everything, then he would just like kill Slug, I imagine. Unless we're getting into territory where like maybe at this stage they are getting up there in terms of strength, but like I feel like even then probably not, right? Cause like right at the end of Z. So this would be like not too long after the superhero movie, right? Maybe like a couple of years.
I say Champa ignores Piccolo entering Universe 6, but gets mad Supreme Kai enters thinking he's taking the Super Dragon Balls for Beerus.
Yeah, that definitely sounds in character for him. Yeah, I could definitely see them doing some kind of like comedic moment where they have to like offer him like a certain type of food or something,
And then he just looks the other way. It's hard to come up with ideas for Champa because it's kind of annoying in one note.
Yeah, in a lot of ways he's kind of like just worse Beerus. I think he has like a fun dynamic with Vados though. Maybe we can like send him away though. Like yeah, we could easily say that like there's some kind of a destroyers meeting or some kind of setup for like a future arc, and then Champa has to go. So then Vados goes as well, or Vados goes as well rather. And then maybe during the course of the movie, there's like the countdown for when is Champa gonna come back or something like that.
I like Champa, he's fun. You can have him take a nap after eating.
That could work too. Yeah, that's probably. I feel like that feels like the more Toriyama way, to be honest. What would they offer him? It would have to be something. I guess who would bring it? That's the question. It would probably be somebody like Trunks, or maybe Supreme Kai, just thinking ahead. Something weird too, like a Cadbury egg or something weird like that.
is a little late, but supposed to be more active in this era.
Boo is a difficult one. Well, actually, because like Boo, as of now, is weaker than Piccolo. Because like Piccolo's in like the god tiers, but then Boo is still like, what, at strongest, like Super Saiyan 3 level? I wasn't even thinking about how strong Goten and Trunks are. Another, yeah. I feel like at this point they should each have at least like a Super Saiyan 2.
I don't know how Goku fit in, but Goku and Piccolo.
Yeah, it's. I think it would be cool. I'm just not really sure where. I mean, I guess he is a magic user. He is a magic user, so I feel like that could definitely come into play. Also, if we're more serious on the Zalama thing, then if he comes in, I don't remember the exact line, but I believe in Daima there was something about like Majins being there at the start of the universe. Like, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it the 12 universes were created by a Majin or something like that?
It'd be fun, Champa and Boo. Oh, maybe make Boo a distractor for Champa. It's the opposite relationship with Beerus, where Champa really likes him. Yeah.
Oh, right. No, wait, that actually makes perfect sense, right? Because Boo can turn anything into food, so then that would kind of be perfect, right? Now that I'm thinking about it, he really could have just made Beerus more pudding, but he just chose not to.
Pretty crazy.
That's actually a really good idea, though. Yeah, let me change up the end of this. So he looks the other way. Majin Buu. How are we gonna introduce him showing up too? Well, we can edit this later. Majin Buu.
They bring Boo so if you can feel them. And of course,
Right. This is actually coming together pretty solid. the next port, are they gonna land on Salada or Namek for? I mean, I feel like it should be Namek, right? Given, I think we changed it afterwards to the Universe 6 Namekians from something else.
Speaking of Namek, where Champa arrives, where Blue comes in and fights the Namekian henchmen, then he splits himself up and Blue makes 1,000 mini and destroys him.
Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Or he turns like all 4 of them into different foods, and then he just no, he turns them into like a box of donuts or something, and then just starts eating them. That would be pretty funny. Alright, now we gotta think on what's gonna happen when they actually show up to Namek. Do we want Slug to show in early, or do we want, like, to build up to him? Because there are, let me think. There were a few of his men. There was, like, the, I guess the Zarbon stand-in or something. It was the more, like, elegant guy. There was the split guy. He actually killed a guy, like, right before they landed, too. Because he was saying, oh, how long is it going to take to completely freeze the planet over? And then the guy said 10 days, and Slug just immediately shot the guy. And the next guy was like, oh, if I say 3 days, can I stay alive or something like that?
Start off on Namek is better because Slug would go there first and Dragon Ball probably. Yeah, it makes sense. I think Piccolo should go to University of Namek and then start the process while Sadao would go to if the sense of pregnancy. The halfling. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. They show up for Samsung. That's Cobb and Kokiko.
Yeah, no, that could be interesting. It'd be even more interesting if maybe, like, that's why there are some people on the outskirts. That's why they're the bandits. Like, maybe Khalifa is revealed to be, like, a half-stan or something like that. The only issue would be, like, what would be the other half, I guess? Did I spell that wrong? Probably not, but let's see. What the heck is a V-Sin? What? What? Hang on. Let me just add this for future sake.
Possible pregnancy absent. Lisa be a halfling. I'll tell them what she's mixed with to keep it Toriyama-esque. Two got lost in sauce for a quick second.
Yeah. Also, I feel like, yeah, that's definitely like a really like Toriyama move to do. I might be confusing him with someone else, but I heard that like he would sometimes set up plot points and then just not explore them so he could come back to them later on. Something like that. Oolong asks Goku alien or something in like chapter 13. I do wonder what was going on through his head, because like later on it was yeah, Dragon Ball came out in 83, and then later on things were influenced by like Star Wars, things were influenced by Alien. I think Alien came out in like 1979, I want to say, and Star Wars was like super early 80s as well. So I do wonder like what was it that he saw that possibly influenced that decision.
He does it a lot. That's why we gotta have some extra just gotta come to Earth or something. Battle of God around after revolves around Vegeta.
I'm open to it, but I don't think I have any ideas right now. I could definitely come up with something though. It would be involving his training on his training with Whis, I imagine. I could definitely see some kind of setup with like maybe that's when Whis tells him about Beerus's decision to like okay the destruction of Planet of the Sims. Although it is a weird plot point though, because they mentioned it super early in Super, but like part of me feels like Vegeta already knows that, or like maybe he put two and two together, at least like in canon. Piccolo's name in the tourney in 23rd Budokai was called Majunior. Yeah, I think there's I'm pretty sure they also did that in Tenkaichi 3, which is a really cool like small detail they included. But I believe it's only for the World's Martial Arts Tournament. I might be wrong in the last part, but it is a super cool smaller detail. I do wonder, Piccolo and Pan, I imagine they go there and they probably get attacked by someone, I want to say. Or, it would be super eerie though, right? Because, like, it would be the entire planet, but it would just be two Namekians because they're the only two left. So I imagine, like, in that tension, they could probably meet, like, some of those Demon Clan Namekians that are, like, mutated or something. But that would be an interesting way to introduce something like the Dark Star Dragon Balls. But maybe we just don't know what they are yet. Well, the audience would, but like the characters wouldn't. Ooh.
It could be a demon Namekian henchman. And it speaks of Piccolo because he obviously is Demon Clan. And that's his first name. And but Piccolo can have its Namekian that isn't ruined and then ancestor and that helps him escape Lord Dragoon. I think we could do a combination of both of them.
Yeah, I think I guess it really depends on like what the origin of the mutated Namekians are. Like, was it intentional? Like, are they like sentient, or are they more like zombie-like? Because I was thinking maybe like Slug had a lot of technology on his ship in the movie, so I'm thinking somewhere in between like the technological side and the mystical side, he kind of intentionally created them. If we're going the evil route, at least. Then again, it could have been, it could also been an accident, but I guess it really depends. Like, are we going like the mindless zombie route, or are we going like fully fledged Namekians with like their own thoughts, but they're just mutated? If it's the mindless one, I could easily see like one of Slug's men probably has to like keep them in line, make sure they don't like do anything crazy. If not, then I feel like the mutated Namekians would be that Slug member.
Lord for King Bigfoot is Demon Clan are super evil Namekians, evil over Big Chief. And mutants are offspring in the Namekians. Evil, that's how they look. Ah, I see. Yeah, so I imagine the second one, right? Like, this is probably one of Slug's men who is the Demon Clan Namekian. Probably also banished, like for the same reason, or maybe Slug was banished, so then a bunch of people ended up leaving with him because they just agreed with him on certain things, or on the reasoning as to why he was banished. I'd say fewer zombie-like, but the closer they get to Slug, they start to get sentient. Yeah, that could also work. Especially because like how Namekians reproduce. Like how Piccolo, he just kept creating more. Or I'm talking about King Piccolo rather. Like how he had drum, cymbal, all those. I do want, what would be the naming scheme of those Namekians though? Like, would we keep with instruments, or would it be like since he's Slug, one of them would be like a slime snail,
And then like that kind of naming scheme. Or maybe like different kinds of slugs or something like that.
Something makes Slug's mentor Excel because he's the original human from the beginning. Like he founded the route, and that's where Neva found him because they're rivals of gifted.
Huh. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I just feel like we might be getting kind of bloated. Maybe. Then again, this is just the first encounter, so... I feel like if Neva is in it, then he should probably come in like part way through. It would be... I wasn't really thinking about it before, but Slug being exiled and then going to the demon realm would actually make a lot of sense. Alright, basically, Universe 6 Namekians travel to New Namek and ask for Piccolo. The Namekians inform them that he lives on Earth and Detonate's friend/brother contacts him. Piccolo starts off reluctant, but realizes the seriousness of the situation and decides to take Pan along with them to further her training. Before leaving, Hercule suggests that they bring Majin Buu with them and act as support, and heal Pan if she gets hurt. Vegeta decides that Trunks has been slacking off due to him losing to Goten in the tournament and demands he go with Piccolo. Trunks asks Goten to come with him, and Supreme Kai acts as their transportation between universes. Champa confronts the group after entering Universe 6, annoyed that they didn't get his blessing. The group offers him some food from Earth, so he looks the other way. Majin Buu goes with Champa and acts as a distraction, using his powers to create an endless supply of food. In contrast to Beerus, Champa likes Buu a lot. Then we have the arriving on Namek/Sadala section, and that's what I had wrong. It's not Sadala, it's Salada, isn't it? That's what I was looking at that for like a solid minute. I was like, why do I think that spell's wrong? Yeah. Then we have Piccolo and Pan going to Universe 6 Namek. Goten, Trunks, and Supreme Kai go to Sadala. Salada again. I keep messing this up. Possible prejudice against half-stands from residents. Potential reveal that Khalifa is a half-stand, although I feel like that would happen later in the story. This is part of the reason some stands choose/are forced to live on the outskirts.
It could just be the same Khalifa thing. He just says, I'm the first Demon Clan member, and they never go into it because of the story I'm writing.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
not sure to pronounce that. Like he's evil. And well, how? That could be. That's what's in. Oh, that's the one. That's a good idea.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that as well. It would make a lot of sense. What was it? Right. Opposite Slug forces. We come up with a name for the mentor.
Should I just look up the Slug related?
Yeah, I'll be looking stuff up too. I'm thinking something like snail related or slug related, right? 'Mollusk would be interesting. Maybe that's too much. Leech? No, that's actually kind of sick. If his power was related to that. 1 second.
nothing inside. Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a sharpshooter at Paul's masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, I had to deal with something. I just looked up Neva's name too. Interesting enough, it says, appears to come from the Japanese term Neba Neba, which is used to describe foods that are sticky and slimy. This ties into Namekian Slug theme named puns, as slugs are known from having a slimy texture, which is interesting. And also the whole like slug leech thing, it also kind of fits in line with it. Also, I was basically looking up a bunch of slug facts as well. What was I just looking at? Right, yeah, slugs are mollusks and gastropods. And what was it? Yeah, slugs and snails are closely related to mollusks such as clams and octopi, which is pretty weird, but I feel like that also opens up what could be some cool designs and cool names. Yeah, in terms of like, yeah, it seems like it kind of like fits better power set wise and like thematically. Gastro does sound like a cool name as well though. I feel like even the ones we don't use could easily be used on like some of Slug's men, definitely. Gasper's the nameless Namekian now. Yeah, that does sound pretty sick. Let me add that to. I'm sorry, I was zoned out looking at Slug stuff and instrument stuff.
Evil Mentor just meant Piccolo with aiming for cello finger. And probably working for
Yeah, definitely. I feel like he should do something that like maybe we didn't think was like possible in the Dragon Ball world, but I'm not sure what that would be.
maybe at least yeah, that could be cool.
That would be interesting too, because it's like maybe he like would he have defused with himself to then like give himself a new body? That could be
Pretty interesting to get into. Maybe we start off with Slug landing everyone I know, or he has the henchman where the other men find the weak side of you. You might increase your life in the fighter now.
Yeah, my fault. I think it's like just the positioning. I was kind of sitting more directly in front of it before. Alright, is this better? Yeah, I think the defusing part is pretty cool. I just think that like maybe he should defuse Piccolo instead. And that would be like how Piccolo gets nerfed and then like throughout the arc he has to like reconnect with Nail, and then Kami, and then finally Demon King Piccolo at the end. After he splits them, he fuses himself the
Elder Namek, granting access within knowledge power, but the machine
that could work as well, definitely. So Piccolo should go and then turn orange, and then Slug no-sells him. He should be shocked into the audience space. Slug beats him, and to humiliate him, he tells Leech to defuse him. Yeah, that could definitely be pretty crazy. I do wonder how we would get Piccolo up to par to then eventually beat Slug, though. I think we could do it in a few different ways, because like with all the like ancient Namekian like relics and text and everything, you could definitely learn like a few techniques to close the gap. Let me type some of this out.
My fault. I was typing. I was. If you could use them and read later. The base parts are stronger, so the refueling will be greater. Plus, King Pickle is using all of the power them at 2 great boost. I also like the idea maybe Piccolo wasn't a king, not fully integrated in him, so it was something his power into it. He becomes a exclusive Namekian. Maybe Piccolo learns more about his previous self. He's just fighting with Slug.
All good ideas, I think. Let me read off what I've typed up so far. Yeah, this is the arriving on Namek / Salada segment. Piccolo and Pan go to Universe 6 Namek. The planet is eerily quiet because of the aftermath of the mass Namekian fusion. They encounter opposition from Slug's forces that include mutated demon clan Namekians, some of which are more zombified than others. The less zombie-like ones are more intelligent. During the battle, all the zombies stop, and I should say during the height of the battle. Okay, during the height of the battle, all the zombies stop, and the more intelligent forces look up to see Slug descending with another cloaked figure beside him. Piccolo can tell how much stronger he is from the others, so he tells Pan and the Universe 6 Namekians to stay back. Piccolo immediately goes over and face off against Slug. Slug soundly defeats Piccolo in his base form to further humiliate him. And then it's gonna be, he tells Leech to defuse him, and then it's gonna be like a huge reveal, because they didn't know that he had that ability. Maybe he takes off the mask, and then Piccolo recognizes Neva, and then he puts 2 and 2 together, and then realizes that they're like 2 halves of the same person, like him and Kami, like we were talking about before. Then I'm thinking, what was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. That music is sick though in the background. That kind of distracted me. Right. Then he defuses all of them. And I'm thinking maybe like some of the older, the wiser Namekians recognize him. Then we get some like exposition dump about like who Slug is, why he was banished. And well, we can put that off actually until like afterwards. But they recognize him. They're scared of him. He fuses with their version of Elder Guru. Well, would Slug fuse with him or would Leaf fuse with him? That's the question.
Not gonna lie, I feel like we're all trying to cook it. They gave a lot of potential to it, so you can find it on a good spot. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Toy needs ideas. Where to take Super? Tap into the theory.
Yeah. I'm thinking one of them fuses with him. Maybe Leech does. And then yeah, so he fuses with them. Then they all leave. Slug's forces retreat. They probably go off Namek, and we later find out that they go to the Sand Planet. And in the meantime, we probably see things from Goten and Trunks' perspective. And then we see Slug's forces arrive on that planet. And then when we flashback, when we go back to Piccolo and Pan, that's when we find out like who Slug is and all the information we need to know about him. And then they meet up again. Oh, probably on some kind of third world. Not third world, like third world country, but like first, second, and third world.
My use the Force Fusion guy, so Leech is powered. He's even forced others to others, so he puts his hand on Elder Slug and Elder goes with Slug.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. He's like he is more like like mage, like necromancer type guy. Whereas like Slug is probably the muscle. Yeah, I feel like if he got too much strong, the dynamic would change. Let me type some of this out.
If we're going for the music, fight, this sounds really cool. If Luke was the elder, he would be much stronger than he starts for the fight. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's the Dawa plot. Kappa sent to Vegeta's Chibi and Tekka was sent. So the Trunks and Goten. Believe the mistake Goten caused him to fight or fight heats up.
Yeah, that's not even that crazy considering Goku was like younger than Goten before during the Daima arc. And then he'll probably be again like during GT. I don't know if they're gonna do like 1-for-1, but I mean it'd be weird if they weren't, right? Like if they redid GT as Goku and Goku was an adult, like that'd be kind of strange. I feel like he should have a title too, Leech. I feel like because it's Lord Slug, so like it should be like something and then Leech. What's above a Lord? Like a Duke or something? Duke Leech? Nah. Sir Leech? Elder Leech? Actually, no, that makes too much sense because like Elder Lich, Elder Leech. I could see something like that. Yeah, I think that does work too, because because I don't think Elder Guru from Namek was all that strong, right? Like he was more like a, I don't want to say support, but like, yeah, I mean, I guess something like that, because he did have some incredible powers like the Dragon Balls and unlocking people's potential, but in terms of like combat ability, I don't think he was up there.
They came for the Namekian Book of Legend and the Dragon Ball. They don't read the books and got the knowledge from the Elder, but they need to grab the Dragon Balls on their way out.
Yeah, that would give Piccolo and crew the book, so then they could learn from that. Then that would probably send Piccolo on what was I saying before? That like Namekian trial. I think they talked about this a long time ago. Like the original way they used the Dragon Balls was after like a hero of Namek, they would send them on some kind of travel, and it would be a reward or something like that. So I'm thinking Piccolo goes on like a similar journey, but he's collecting all of his well, he's collecting like Nail, Kami, all those guys, and then at the end, I guess at the end he would fight Slug, because before that, I feel like he should get the book, and they would probably be telling him all about like the ancient Namekians, or like basically all the exposition we would need to know.
People have to relearn Namekian to read the book as part of his trial.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. Yeah, because he would only know it because of Nail, right? Huh. I never really thought about that.
Later on in the climax, you can have Leech use the powers either used to activate the Dragon Balls, even though they're stone. You can have that B would make Neva realize Leech from Universe 6.
Huh.
How long have you been?
Wow, it's been almost 3 hours. I think these are all good ideas, but I think I'm gonna have to leave soon. We can keep going. Where can I stop?
We're gonna have Kami be his teacher and mentor. Him and Namekian, since he'll be part of the
That's actually great. Wow, we haven't seen Kami in like. There was that one moment in the Tournament of Power, but we haven't heard Kami speak in years, since like the Cell Saga. That's gonna be super weird. Oh, it's a shame Popo can't be there though. That would have been a cool moment. Right when it's time to go, I'm thinking of all these like, wow. We will definitely pick this up. What time can we pick this up? I'm not sure on the day, but I will be streaming again tomorrow. Definitely gonna be playing Tenkaichi 3. And I wanna say within the next couple of days I'll post a video as well. I'll definitely be doing more Theorycrafting streams in the future. Yeah, I think this was, I want to say this is the longest stream I've done. It's probably up there, 3 hours. There might be one that was like 3.5 hours. But yeah, it's been really fun. Let me make sure this is saved, because if it wasn't, that would be... Oof. Okay, I saved it.
Add the Sadala stuff. Right. BoJack is gonna be fun.
Definitely. I'm just wondering, I don't think it's gonna be a Gohan win though for BoJack. Unless, well, we could insert that like right at the basically the same point, and then just change up the storyline a little bit. Or we could do the other idea, like BoJack versus the Pride Troopers in Universe 11.
That could be.
All right, I'm thinking about these ideas way too much right now, but yeah, I appreciate all you guys coming in for the stream. It's always fun with you guys here. I'll probably be playing Tenkaichi 3 tomorrow. And the stream after that is probably going to be... I don't know, actually. It's probably going to be a Theorycrafting stream after that one. Expect a video from me in the next couple of days. It's already almost done editing. I have, yeah, I can say it's the Future Trunks challenge. It's another challenge video. But I try to change up, like, the format, the editing. Should be pretty cool. Maybe Bojack is attacking at the same time, so you can just lever stuff. Yeah, that could be cool if there was like a different squad behind it. I do want... It could be 17 in the Gammas in Universe 11. That would be something. Hang on. No, because it would only be Gamma 1, right? Depending on how they want to do it. They could bring back Gamma 2 and 16. It would be 17, 16, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and possibly Android 18. Okay, no, I'm thinking about it too much. Ooh, that was fun. Enjoy the rest of your night. Play some Ace. See you soon. Yeah, see you then, man. I hope you two have a good night. And until next time.